We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up all our friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna. Yeah, we just wanna have fun.
Hello friends, I took the last week off, but I'm glad to be back for today's video. I am going to be cleaning and refreshing just about every room in the house today. So if you're here to get motivated to get some stuff done today, or you're just here to hang out, either way, I'm glad to have you. If you're new here, then welcome. My name is Michelle. We moved into this house about 3 months ago. So over the last 3 months, I've been so focused on getting things together and getting projects done. Now, even if you have the most beautiful space, there is always going to secretly be a mess in the background. Well, actually, it's no secret that things get a little chaotic over here. And every once in a while, I film it, we chit chat, and we get stuff done together. So here's a sneak peek of a few of the rooms that I'm going to be working on today, and I'm definitely not looking forward to it, but that's okay. We're here to make progress, and we'll have a little bit of fun doing it too. If you're not subscribed already and by the end of this video you're feeling a bit inspired, then I would love for you to subscribe and join this awesome community. So, okay, clearly you get the house is a mess, so let's get started in the media room.
A new place, a new home for a while. Let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by. Life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky.
So I was listening back to the intro section of this video and I said we've been here 3 months. I think we've been closer to 4 months, but we've accomplished a lot so far. We have made over this media room / playroom. We have made over our living room. We have made over our patio. Next week, I'm going to have some kitchen updates. We've been doing a lot of things, updating our kitchen. And then also, I'm working on how I want to set up and decorate the office. I haven't really shown the office in any of my recent videos because it is such a mess right now. I still have some boxes in there and I really need a cabinet or storage of some sort. So that's what I'm looking into. I want to make the room pretty moody, but ultimately, I really need to make some decisions. The way that it is set up, it is almost impossible to do any sort of custom built-ins, which is pretty standard for what most people do in their offices to create storage space, or at least all of the ideas that I'm like getting on Pinterest. But that will be an upcoming project. Hopefully you guys will look forward to that one. And I'm also going to add some things into our primary bathroom. I bought some wallpaper for the inside of like the bathroom stall. And then I'm gonna get a different chandelier to hang over the bathtub. And I don't know, I've just got some fun projects coming. Now, the room that I'm cleaning up feels just about perfect for now. I kind of want to do some custom cabinets around the TV, but the one thing that this room is lacking because we have such bright windows is how hot it gets in here. But now I'm really glad that we found the perfect solution. So even though this room is now clean, the one thing that this room was missing was a fan, and not just any fan, the Drio ceiling fan. And a big thanks to Drio for sponsoring today's video and finishing this space. Now, let me tell you why this fan is so cool. This fan has an easy installation. Literally, it took us like 10 minutes to set up. So all you have to do is insert the blade because they're pre-assembled already, lock the blade clamp, and then tighten the blade screws. It is that simple. Then you pop on the light kit and you are ready to go. I've mentioned before in previous videos how this room gets so hot, so the amount of airflow that the fan gives off is amazing. You can see I've laid down a few pieces of paper. I'm controlling it through the app, and the paper immediately begins to move as I increase the fan speed. That alone allows us to sit comfortably in the room and watch movies. You can use the app or the remote to control different features of the fan. You can set up an auto wind speed where the speed will go up as the temperature goes up in the room. You can also control other things such as mode, brightness, or color. And this is by far mine and the kids' favorite feature of the fan. Not only is it super quiet, but you can change the mood of the space with so many different colors to choose from. The kids love deciding on which color they are going to turn the room into that night. Its modern and sleek design makes it suitable for any space in your home. But be sure to use the link in my description box to buy the Drio ceiling fan, and you can also enjoy a 12% discount on the Drio website with my code Michelle. So next I'm going to move on to Sailor's room. Sailor is my oldest and she is almost 7 years old. Usually she is pretty organized, but I don't know what happened here. But since I'm on a roll, I'm going to go ahead and pick up this space next.
It's easy to speak out about the way I live, but it's a 24-karat dream. No supermodel in my dirty jeans, but in my 24 inches heels. I'm not pretending, I'm born like this, a game for the reckless. It's so extreme and I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. They're calling me a mad woman, mad woman, mad woman. Calling me a mad woman, mad woman. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. 'Cause boy, it's none of your business if I'm a mad woman. It's trouble in your mind how I spend my time, but it's a 24-hour streak. Wasting all your thoughts just to criticize, but there are plenty more ways to think. I'm not pretending, I'm born like this, a game for the reckless. It's so extreme and I don't really.
So if you have been watching my videos for a long time, you know that I started off on YouTube doing strictly cleaning videos. When I first started, I only had 2 kids at the time, and I loved doing decorating and I loved doing home makeover videos, but the mess was just always there. And cleaning videos, whether you're familiar with what they are or not, just tend to do very well. Or at least had been for me. I don't know, maybe because it was just like my house was just so destroyed all the time. So now, a few years later, and with all of these home projects, I've been doing less and less cleaning videos, although it is still a big part of my day and my life. And I know that whenever I post one, some people are like, why are you cleaning your kids' rooms? You know, at every age, you know, your kids can pick up at every age. And I promise there are like 3,700 messes that go on in between each time I post cleaning. So maybe it can be perceived that I don't teach my kids responsibility when I do pick up their mess, but I promise they do. These videos have become more of a way for me to connect with y'all, chit chat with y'all, than they are about teaching you like how to clean or like how to find the perfect schedule. But it is more about, hey, sometimes we get behind, sometimes things come up, sometimes things happen, but I see you, I got you, I'm in the same boat, and you are a good person, a good mom, and we're just doing our best. Now, I have been going down a rabbit hole on some like spirituality stuff, and I discovered what a life path number is. And then I discovered what mine is. Now, a life path number, from what I understand, think of it like, what is it? Like you're a Gemini, or you're I can't remember what that's called. I'm a Capricorn. So you know how like it's like astrology type stuff? Well, I kind of related it to that, but your life path is determined based on your birthday. And I haven't really been big on astrology. I literally just forgot that I was Capricorn, but, and I don't even know what that means, but I know I'm born in December and that's what that means. So for some reason, I keep getting all of these videos popping up about like your life path. So I decided to figure out my own and read about what that means and like if it's like true or relate. So this is how you figure out what number you are. So you take the month of your birthday. So for example, or the month, the day, and the year of your birthday, and basically you add all of those numbers together. But you have to do it in a particular way. So let's just take mine, for example. My birthday is December 28th, 1987. So you would take the first month, right, is 12 because that represents December. So you add 1 plus 2 together equals 3. So it has to be like single digits. So 12, so you go 1 plus 2, and then I was born on the 28th. So then you go 2 plus 8 equals, 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 1 plus 2 is 3. So that equals 13. So then you add 1 plus 3 together equals 4. And then 1987 equals 25. So then I add 2 plus 5 equals 7. So then I have 7 plus 4 equals 11. So I would stop at 11 because it's like 1 through 9. And then you have life paths 11, 22, and 33. The more I'm saying it out loud, the more crazy it sounds. But okay, let's take January 1st, 1985. You would just add 1 because that's January month, plus 1 because that's, the first day. And then 1, 9, 8, 5. So you just add all those numbers together. So then anyway, you would get 23, and then plus the 1 plus 1 would be 25. So then you'd add 2 plus 5 equals 7. So that would be life path number 7. Or you can just Google it if I have totally like confused everyone. So the purpose of finding your life path is to discover what path you are on in life. Like, what are you here to accomplish? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What do you have to overcome? And just like details about, a lot about yourself. So it is weirdly accurate how interestingly true mine is. And then I also did it on Chris. Chris is a life path number 4. So like there's details about like being a really hard worker and really like focusing on work, and like a lot of it does resonate to what his is. And then like mine for being number 11 is like you're here to inspire people and like do big things, which is like really interesting about like this whole channel is about inspiration and why I'm very drawn to like saying that in my videos. So super strange. But anyway, if you're like interested in doing this, I would be super curious to know what yours is if you just add up everything in your birth date and then just comment below what your number is. All right, so next I'm going to work in the living room and kitchen area. And I did say probably next week or the following week, I'm going to do a big kitchen update videos. We are adding our pendant lights. We are going to be adding all of the hardware on our kitchen. I'm going to be getting a new kitchen table, and I'm just doing some I'm going to try and decorate a little bit in the kitchen. I got some cute stuff off of Amazon. So if you're not subscribed, I'd love for you to subscribe so you don't miss that video.
I've met before. It's the same as always, waiting at the airport with your coat and gloves. Same time every winter, smiling like you knew me. And now all my emotions me to realize the chance I've been given, but I am so afraid. Oh, if I am lucky, then I will see you again next year. If my wishes do come true, I will see you again next year. And my hopes they tell me that it won't be too late. Oh, if I am lucky, then I will see you again next year.
Now, I know that we say this every year, but it is hard to believe that there are really only about 2.5 months left of the year. The last 2 years have been incredibly impactful and different for me, and I credit a lot of that to around the New Year time. I actually started setting goals for myself and getting clear on what I really hope to accomplish that year. Most people, including me, always say things that they kind of wish would happen. Oh, I hope I get a promotion. I hope that we, make more money, or I hope that, this and this happens. But what has always set me back is that there is no clarity around that. But I was actually thinking about this year, or in the 2025 year, doing some sort of leap or challenge to really help you take the next step if you've kind of been feeling a little bit stuck. Like a challenge to take a big leap to help you find clarity in what it is that you want, clarity in who you are, and then how to carve out the path to get what you want this year. It's been kind of weighing on me to do that. If you think that you might actually be interested in that, leave me a comment below, because I don't want to put all this work into it and then one person do it, or no one do it. So let me know if it's something that, you feel like you need in the coming year. Now, I was reading this quote around a question that had been asked about what really helped you kind of rise and shine. And the quote was, "I always did something I was a little not ready to do." Now, how you would choose to apply this is really up to you, but I feel like any time that I've ever made big progress in my life was when I did something I kind of really wasn't ready to do. I felt like I wasn't ready. But in reality, it was really kind of just the push that I needed. And it really has ended up paying off. Now, for me, that the biggest example I can give is that I really wasn't super ready to press post when I posted my first YouTube video. And by the way, I do have a behind the camera YouTube challenge going on right now. The doors are shut, but if you are interested in starting a YouTube channel, then you can start by downloading my free YouTube Power Kit down below. But I do believe that everything that feels a little bit scary, but also at the same time does feel aligned, is always kind of a push that maybe you're ready for growth. So don't be afraid to start, even if it feels a little uncomfortable.
Couple hours from Japan, would you stay awake? I'm losing touch of who I am when you're far away. And I feel like I'm running in circles around you. And I know I've been acting strange for a while, but I want you close, ooh, ooh, closer than before. And no one knows, ooh, ooh, that I want you close. I'm not overthinking feelings, I just need you to know that I want you close. Circles around you. I just need you to know that I want you close. Ooh, close.
So speaking of like understanding yourself more, I was having a conversation with a friend the other day, and we were talking about like not weird things that you do, but like something that you do that people wouldn't expect. And I don't know if this is weird or not, but anyway, here's my thing. I want y'all to tell me yours in a second. But I can only back into parking spots. I can like not drive forward in a parking spot. I mean, technically I can, but it's like really uncomfortable for me. I have to have a lot of space. I have to have a lot of time. I have to go in. I have to check my camera. I have to back out. Like, it takes me a while. So I prefer to back into a parking spot wherever I go. Now, my reasoning behind this is that I have a huge car. I feel like I'm driving a bus. I started off like when I was 16 with the small Toyota Corolla, and then every time I got a new car, I got like a mid SUV, and then they just kept getting bigger and longer and harder to drive. I also don't prefer to drive, but anyway, the company that I worked for had required everyone to back into a parking spot. I was working for a company, and then they got acquired. And then when that company came in and acquired the company that I was working for, they required everyone to learn how to reverse park, because we all worked in we had to park in parking garages, and it was like a safety concern. So that's where I initially learned how to reverse park. And now I prefer to reverse park everywhere. And now I've almost forgotten how to like pull into a spot. But I know that is like such a strange, weird thing. But anyway, let me know in the comments something, it's not like strange, but something that you do differently that's just a small thing that most people don't do.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes.
So if you haven't seen these before, I'm using a wet vacuum, meaning that it vacuums and mops at the same time. The brand that I'm using specifically, this is the Eureka one, and I prefer using one of these over like a traditional mop. So once you're done with it, then you empty the dirty water out, and they're pretty. If you have both a traditional mop and a wet vac, let me know which one you prefer. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I can't wait to see you all back next week. October, we have some more updates, and then November is full on Christmas decorating. So if you're not subscribed already, then I would love for you to subscribe. But I will see you all next Thursday.